just came back. Because I think that popped up. Hang on.
We might have to.
Oh, here we go.
Well,
Alrighty.
well. As you said, it wouldn't be a Mainichi stream without a little bit of issues, but the good news is it's still Nabatame against Kazakeno. And if Nabatame wins here,
Nabatame.
Here he will come up to Juryo. He's at Makushita 2. He's at 4-2, and he will take Kazakeno's place, who is on Nanasho Nanahai at Juryo 14. It's very exciting. Here we go.
All right, the Gyorji is ready. Nabatame on the left of your screen, Kazaken or on the right. So much riding on this bout. Kazakeno out fast, pulls Nabatame, but Nabatame attacking aggressively. Here he comes, Nabatame. Oshidashi win as he sends Kazaken or out of the doyo, out of Juryo.
Very figurative and literal there, that push. He's 24 years old, Kazakeno from Oshiogawa Beya, and he will take his place back in Makushita. And we'll be seeing the popular Nabatame come up to the bottom of Juryo. He's from Fudagoyama Beya. He's 22 years old. And he was very active there. He just came forward and he would not take no for an answer. That left knee so heavily bandaged, but he didn't let it stop him today. Such good work from him. And he gave himself a little pep up there.
So, one of the great challenges we have at Sumo Mainichi here is that we're on Australian internet, which is famously bad.
Yep.
We did get a national broadband network.
We did. We were gifted with one.
And I'm going to cut to the chase and I'm going to say it sucks.
Yep. The big old pile of steaming shit. Pardon my language.
Thank you for your support during these difficult times. You don't come here for a slick, uninterrupted stream. I don't know why people come here. Let's move on. We won't ask that question. The next bout we have is Kira Harima up against Chiyomaru.
Yes.
I saw Scott in the chat previously refer to Chiyomaru as the people's Yokozuna.
Mm-hmm. Big fan of Chiyomaru, Scott.
AKA Mr. Sumo. Now look at this strapping. And again, this is, well, I mean, we've talked about it. This strapping has been applied with the welding mask on to heighten the four
closed.
other sense. Yeah,
it's too bright.
Oh, the welding mask and the eyes closed.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yep. The welding mask is supposed to be so you can hold your eyes open. Not for this tape.
Not for this.
You don't want to.
There's a danger you could see something. Kira Harima, we were blessed by his presence in Juryo a couple of basho ago, but now he's at Makushita 4 with a fairly good score for him, 3-3. Would love to close this one out. As we take, well, we're going down. And then we come up on Mr.
Beautiful.
Sumo. There's a close-up on the belly. That's very, very, well, I find that offensive. Don't
Essential
objectify
for the
him.
rest of us. Is this the last time we're seeing the belly increase, the belly up shot? Is that a camera person indulging in their very last time that they're able to do this?
It could be. I like Wang said that tape is load bearing.
Well, it is, because anytime you see a gap between the tape and the skin, that means it's holding up the right pec, right? That pec would just be down on the ground without that.
Few Kira Harima fans in. Again, Kira Harima, his sumo inspires this cottage industry of homemade signs, liberal application of the gold tinsel there, but some beautiful brushwork on the kanji.
Hello to Tim Sumo. You've had a good basho. Lovely to see you here.
Tim has gone Kachikoshi.
Yeah,
this
I would
basho.
say so. Who feels like they've gone Kachikoshi this basho? I feel like I have.
I'm 7-7.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I hate to say it.
Oh, gosh, I'll be keenly observing your status today. Kira Harima up against Chiyomaru. We've come from the Chiyomaru side with the beautiful angle there that shows the man in all his glory. Will this be the last time we see him? I feel like I've said that a couple of times. Hopefully not. Kitaharima with the break.
Well, he feels the sense of occasion here. He knows he has this burden that he needs to bear in being perhaps Mr. Sumo's final opponent.
Nothing to do with him being on 3-3. It's all about Chiyomaru here. It's all about Mr. Sumo. It's all about this taping. Will it hold his arm up? Will it hold his pec on? Kitaharima comes out with everything, but Chiyomaru comes out with everything and takes him to the edge, but it's Kitaharima on the defense and on the offense there, pushing him back across the line. That's a loss, unfortunately, for Mr. Sumo, for Chiyomaru, who finishes on 4-11.
Well,
but good news.
Let's focus on the positives. Kitaharima, 4-3, a successful campaign for him in May. If we take a look at this replay, I thought Kitaharima was in trouble once Mr. Sumo got the Morozashi grip, but Kitaharima somehow made some distance between the two of them. Suddenly, Chiyomaru is on the wrong side of Kitaharima, gets backed up on to the Tawara. Chiyomaru, we salute you. I hope this isn't the end.
I hope this isn't the end. You can come back again, Mr. Sumo. You can do it. I'm sure you can. Kitaharima at Makushita 4 going. Kachikoshi, that will take him up to the top of Makushita. There's some good performances that won't make it into Juryo this time around because there's not that many spots or other people are getting them. Kitaharima is one of those. And this man on your screen, on the right of your screen, Kiryuko, is another one who is 4-2 at Makushita 3, but there's no place for him.
His opponent today, Oshoumi, in his third Juryo appearance. The wheels have fallen off his campaign, really, despite winning over the final 3 days. He's 5-9 at Juryo 13. He will be making an exit from Juryo. Can he leave us with a good taste in our mouths, the taste of Oshoumi? He's 23 years old from Ishikawa-ken in Japan. Made his debut back in 2020. So quite an achievement for him to find his way into Juryo. Despite that great 8-7 back in January, he went 6-9 back in March and now finds himself on the verge of double-digit losses.
And here we see Wakataka Kage entering the stadium. Down the Hanamichi, perhaps a little bit of extra swagger to his step today. So extra concentration, perhaps. He's really feeling his sumo. I felt like in the last, this basho especially, it's kind of just set in concrete. He's starting to get the instinct back, perhaps.
I think we saw those first few basho where Wakataka Kage came back and I felt he wasn't ready. I felt that the injury wasn't, it was still an impediment in his sumo, but we've seen none of that this time around. He has looked brilliant on the belt. He's looked sharp, he's looked strong, he's looked fast, and his score certainly talks to those facts as well.
Kiryuko from Tatsunami Beya, and at this stage he's just here for the good vibes. That hopefully will flow through to his stablemate, Hoshoryu, later. And maybe even Aqua, who comes up against Akuoho.
What would a 5-2 mean for Kiryuko here?
Well, it would put him right at the top of Makushita, I believe. Usually, or often, 5-2 at Makushita 3.
Should be enough.
Should be enough. With the puzzle pieces, I think it won't be. Which is a bit of a shame because this guy's a bit of a firecracker.
He certainly is. Oshoumi will have his work cut out for him today.
Hello to Sumo Punks. Hello to Robbie. Got to say hello. Hakioi.
Okay, looks like they're ready to go. Kiryuko down first on the right of your screen. Kiryuko out, he's up low, but Oshoumi tries to get a left hand on the belt, which he finds. Kiryuko low, working hard, trying to get some movement backwards from Oshoumi. But Oshoumi with that better position, he's standing up, he's got the left hand on the belt. But we see a Maimawashi grip from Kiryuko, and he's trying to twist Oshoumi down. But they enter a moment of stillness just near the middle of the doyo. Who is going to initiate here? The Gyoji gets them moving. But Oshomi in a very hard-to-move position, but Kiryuko with that center of gravity low, also difficult to move. Kiryuko now dangerously low as Oshomi tries to stand him up and get him to move backwards.
The belt is so loose.
He does have a loose belt there, but Kiryuko cleverly steps around the doyo, now goes for the kill on Oshomi, but cannot put him down. Well, we enter another stalemate here, and we'll see if the loose belt of Oshomi has an impact on the outcome of this one.
I wonder if he can reach in further and get the hands under the bottom.
Well, can he get that second layer there?
Feels like a long way away.
Oh, it certainly does, and he wouldn't want to really let go of that right hand right now because Oshomi will pounce. This is a fascinating belt battle, and you can just see the crowd in the background losing their minds with what they're seeing right here.
We need the Gyoji from the end of Makushita. He'd have much more hype here. He'd get them going.
Exactly. No, they seem very evenly matched in strength, these two, as Kiryuko tries to throw Oshomi over his body.
Oshomi looking out into the crowd there. What's he hoping to see?
Well, I think it's like the way you see baseball batters point to the back of the stand and then they hit the ball there. I think that's where he's planning.
That's where he's going to chuck him.
Kiryuko powering forward. Oshomi unable to resist for any longer. That was a great win for Kiryuko. 5-2. Get this kid in Juryo.
Yes, a great fight there. He was the initiator most of the time there. I mean, he kind of had to be at that angle. He couldn't let himself be taken down. He couldn't let himself be thrown around. He had to keep pushing, and he did. Got that belt hold very early with the right hand. Didn't really leave that position for the rest of the bout, did he?
No, he didn't. This was a risky gambit by Kiryuko to keep himself so low. There was only a moment, and I think we just saw it then on the replay, where it looked like he might overbalance forward.
I need to cut a bit of this out on the replay if they want to get to the all-important Akua Hakuoho. And they've just cut to where Kiryuko pushed him forward again. And a very great win for him. He finishes on 5-2 at Makushita 3. Oshomi 5-10 at Juryo 13.
You can hear the crowd start to erupt. They're starting to feel that excitement because the great man Akua is stepping back up onto the doyo in Juryo.
We've waited all day for this. Akua at 3-3, the equivalent of Nanasho Nanahai. He's taken it nice and easy. Only had to do 7 bouts this time around. I'm sure he'd love to do the full 15, and he will if he wins this one against Hakuoho, who's sat out 4 days due to COVID. So, Kay Bernie, I saw you asking before, or maybe I'll just call you Kay. Hakuoho is back. He sure is. He's been back for a couple of days.
Yeah, I think the sumo world collectively held their breath when he was diagnosed with COVID because there's a lot of kids at that Heya right now.
There's all Isagahama, there's all Miyagino, and Ten Shoho was out for a couple of days as well. I think he was the other one who was affected there. But he came back on day 13. He beat Hakuyozan. That was nice to see. Day 14, he lost yesterday against Sushi Manada. And it does look like that bicep certainly as well is still troubling him. COVID wasn't the only one of his issues.
No popping sounds reported?
Oh, not in the last few days. I haven't heard any pops. Hey, Kelly from the Solomon Islands. I can't believe you're listening from there. Thank you, Starlink. Sponsored by...
Will Akua throw the salt? I know that would
keep our eyes trained on him.
It would be incredibly offensive in terms of sumo etiquette, but wouldn't it give the crowd a lift?
Oh, wouldn't we love it?
As we see, they go back for the final time. Look,
they're focusing in on it.
They know.
Oh, that was a small one.
That's a pity.
Those ladies knew. She's telling her friend, now what used to happen is he used to grab a huge salt throw. I love the camera people getting
they got hyped there.
Interested in that.
I like that they believe dreams are real because sometimes I think it's just me.
Did we ever see it? Did it happen?
What do you mean?
Or are we in another universe where it never happened?
Oh. No, it happened. Feels like a long time ago, but it happened. A couple of die-hard Akua fans.
Nice. They're
happy
hoping
to
for
see their boy.
The kakanage. Is he going to be able to get the leg in there, hook it around, plonk him down?
Well, kakanage is the key here for Akua, right?
I think so. Hello to... Well, I'm not going to say that right now. In a minute, I will. Akua up against Hakuoho. A very important bout, and it's a crucial
I tell you what.
Akua Mata. He wanted to get a push on there.
He has the mental edge already. He's the big tough guy out there today.
Knew it might be the only time he got a push in.
Oh, wow.
I've gone the exact opposite to you there. Apologies to you there, Akua. I was going to say hello to Ash Warren. Lovely to have you in the chat. Very important sumo name.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let's analyse what happened there. Came out, slap with the right hand, full body shove.
You're just giving him a telling off.
He's got a warning.
Well, I tell you what, Hakuoho's mental state now, he's crumbling on the inside.
He slapped him on the face.
I think this next Mata, Akua should come out and do a kakanage.
I knew we'd have yes. Just dump him down, but it's still a Mata.
Akua, he never disappoints, does he?
And they've got the split screen out for him.
Wow.
This is like split screen. Look, they weren't going to use it, but they just, reignited the subscription.
Yes.
And they've gone for it here. Oh,
again.
my goodness. All right. You've got to settle down. You've got to settle down.
This man trying to do the impossible, which is to keep a tight leash on Akua. He is ready for some sumo.
I know who is the most stressed man on the doyo now.
Oh, Akua, everything he touches turns to gold.
All right, this surely...
Do it again.
Is it. This is it. Hakuoho, absolutely over it. Just wants to go home, get over all his injuries and come back in July. He gets in around Akua and he dumps him down on the head. It's given to Hakuoho.
Come on,
Let's see if there's a
Monoi.
Mata here. Monoi here. I've just got Mata on the brain.
Come on, Koroshikiku, get up.
Get
Boo.
up. All right, now. No. It seems like the head did touch first.
Akua, you are a gift to sumo. What he couldn't do with a handful of salt, he did with 4 Matas and a kakanage. That should be the name of his memoir. 4 Matas and a kakanage.
I would read that. I would read The Way of the Salt, and then I would read that. Oh, Hakuoho, now he can go and have a bit of a rest. He finishes on 5 wins, 6 losses, and 4 days off. And he finishes with a bang, staying in Juryo. He's still shaking his head and touching his jaw. So Akua just got such a big slap in there. Akua finishing on 3 and 4. That's his Makukoshi, and he stays in Makushita. It's time for the big one.
Well, here it is. Wakataka Kage stepping up onto the doyo, up against his opponent today. Tsushima Nara coming in on 7 and 7. This was a difficult piece of programming on the final day. Which opponent could give Wakataka Kage a run for his money? I think they've done pretty good with Tsushima Nara. I imagine there's probably not many Rikishi left.
Yes, that's right. There's one option, and luckily he's 7 and 7.
Tsushima Nara coming into this bout on a run of 3 wins, knocking over Hakuoho, Shishi, and Hidenumi to put himself in this position of 7 and 7 and go against the great man, Wakataka Kage.
And we've given Wakataka Kage, we haven't given him a Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me award because he's not old enough yet. We'll get to the Sumo Mainichi Juryo special prizes. None of them have come up yet. I feel like he needs an encouragement award.
Wakamoto Haru only losing to Kageyaki on day 3 over the last 2 weeks.
Well, it would be nice if it was Wakamoto Haru. Oh, it wouldn't. Wakataka Kage.
Did I say Wakamoto Haru?
Yes, because he's always in your brain.
I do often say, insteed of, would you like to go to the cafe, I say, would you like to go to the Wakataka Kage? No, I got that wrong. Well, don't worry about me. Tsushima Nara with that run of 4 losses.
I feel like you need to explain that.
Oh, don't worry. We'll edit it out, won't we?
Definitely. Yeah. Tsushima Nara. He could have a chance here. I just love this 7 and 7 thing. We saw Wakatakamoto win yesterday. Now you've got me all confused. Not yesterday, earlier today. I am so put off. Makushita 17. He finished at 3 and 4. He got a win over Asakoki. So that's a positive sign for a triple brother win today. Wakataka Kage to take out the Juryo.
Yeah, that's right.
Yusho.
If he wins, the Yusho is his. Ash in the chat, no one seems to be able to say Wakataka Kage after more than 2 beers.
That's true, I've only had
Completely
one.
agree. I do find Wakamoto Haru easier to say.
But when you've got to say
Who
all
is
three
who?
together,
Who
that's
is
the
who?
ultimate challenge. That's the Waka challenge, and we failed.
Bit of a close-up on the strapping of that right knee there. So we're seeing a little bit of structural taping there, that cross-hatching, giving him strength without adding weight. Should keep him fast across the doyo. Tsushi Minada, both elbows. Got those, what do you call it, comfort bands. Keeps the elbows
Keeping
warm.
it tight. Warm
Keeping
and
it tight.
Here we go.
A hush falls over the crowd, apart from that one kid who won't shut up.
That's like me.
Well, he's barracking for Tsushi Minada. This one, the crucial opening seconds will decide this. Wakataka Kage moves to the side. Oh no! What's he done?
What's he done? He wants it, and he got it.
Oh dear.
What have we seen here? What are we all bound together for the rest of our lives by seeing that? Everyone here today, burn your eyes out.
We are trauma bonded.
We're trauma bonded. We saw it together.
Oh dear.
Let's see it again. He goes up. He goes cleanly to the left. The hand on Tsushi Minada's shoulder, and he dunks him. Not only does he hanker him, he dunks him off the doyo.
I mean, how do we put meaning around this? It's a Yusho for Wakataka Kage, but
It's a Yusho.
in this basho where it just seems to be fine for quality Rikoshi to henka. I mean, go out and beat Tsushi Minada. You can do it.
I think he can do it. I think he should be able to do it. But he was shown an example by the Ozeki a couple of days
exactly
ago,
right.
and he said it's fine. He's doing it.
Yep.
I'll do it. Thank you very much.
And this is how
that's what it
this
does.
is how the rot sets in. We have confirmation from Dr. Ben Marshman that the spreadsheet has been opened, so we can say that that's a henka.
Now we're writing, of course, certificates for the next week of work. If you need time off work for that one to recover, let us know, and we'll all go out for beers together.
Can you take these medical certificates in a series, or do they all need to be served at the same time? Because seeing this many henkas can have a cumulative effect.
No, they're back to back
back to back. So
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you could be missing from work for 3 weeks
Yep.
after this basho.
Yep. Everyone
yeah,
needs a doctor's
yeah.
note. That's right.
If you haven't been listening to the podcast, I can't remember when we said it, but we are issuing medical certificates for every henka that is performed, just to recognise that you do need a little bit of time to emotionally recover from seeing this kind of garbage sumo and having what could have been a great bout stolen from us.
Well, I'm very sorry, Hakio Sumo, that your boy Endo did not even have a chance today to get a Yusho. That counts Endo out, that counts Ono Katsu out, but it means that Wakataka Kage will yeet himself to the top of, to Makuichi, and we'll see him back.
We do get stuck into people who henka, but it's all in good fun. Yes,
You're allowed to do it. It's fine.
It's a legit move. We understand.
Yep.
But it is good to see Dr. Quack in the chat calling out what obviously was a dog act.
That's right. And for a Yusho as well.
Oh, for a Yusho.
For a Yusho.
There'll always be an
I'm
asterisk
sighing.
next to that in my heart.
That's right. We will not remember it in July. Okay, let's move on to Shirokuma at Juryo 6 against Hakuyozan at Juryo 10. Shirokuma 5 and 9. It's had a bit of a forgettable one. Feels like 6 and 8 to me.
Shirokuma. Well, I think that's being a little bit generous. His sumo's looked a little bit off this time around. Rhythm not there. Obviously, you can see that left arm is heavily strapped. But I think there's something else going on with Shirokuma this time around.
He's just supporting his boy Onosato, just keeping the attention on him, perhaps. Hakuyozan goes out with the hands and the pushes, and he's shoving at Shirakuma's face up under the arms, but Shirakuma's doing really well here to withstand and to get against the body of Hakuyozan himself. He gets in under the arms and pushes Hakuyozan's elbows up. Hakuyozan moves around and around, but he steps out inadvertently as he's trying to get away. And that was a really positive win, I thought, from Shirakuma.
Very strong sumo from Shirakuma. That opening from Hakuyozan, particularly aggressive. Shirakuma somehow just planted his feet, took it, would not take a step backwards, and prevailed in the end.
So Shirakuma finishing on 6 and 9 at Juryo 6. That will only see a small 2 rank or so fall.
So looking at this replay, you can see Shirakuma's just incessant attacks under the arms of Hakuyozan, trying to take some of the sting out of those thrusting attacks, which allows him to get in nice and close. Suddenly Hakuyozan's got no room to throw those attacks out, and just good body-to-body sumo from Shirakuma today.
Even with the bandaged left arm, he was really able to keep Hakuyozan at bay, and that is no mean feat. Hakuyozan finishing on 6 and 9 as well.
I was about to throw to the Juryo Awards, but then I read Little Jackal's comment, very good sumo on display.
Oh yeah.
That pun put me
wow,
off.
that actually took me a couple of moments.
Yep. Do you want to take us through a couple of the Juryo Awards, the Sumo Mainichi Juryo Awards this time around?
Or would you
maybe
like me
one?
to wait until we get to the people?
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, if you can do it that way.
If I remember.
I, for one, wouldn't be able to remember.
I'm going to try. We haven't got to any of them yet, although we did debate giving Shirakuma a Sumo Mainichi Encouragement Award, and now I feel like we should have, if win, and he did win. So what about one for him?
Okay.
Encouragement
The Encouragement Award.
Yeah, we'll send through the paperwork. Shirakuma, expect that in the mail.
You have to sign and return a consent form, and we can use your image in perpetuity.
All footage of you, all pictures, all merch. We get all of your merch free. That would be great with Shirakuma. The best merch. Well, it will be.
Well, what we have up next is a bit of an unconventional Nana short, Nana high matchup. We have Aoyama coming in on a clean 7 and 7. Kinawaka is on 7 wins, 5 losses and 2 days off. He sat out days 2 and 3. I wasn't sure of the nature of the Kyujo here.
No, I don't think I knew either. I mean, is there any... Well, here we're seeing the bandaging on Aoyama, which we've known about for a long time. The knees held up by paper mache structures, as you may make in primary school. But Kinawaka, I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's done well to fight back here. He's tired.
I don't want to start.
Needed a few days off sumo. Kinawaka started... well, I mean, if you look from day 8 through to now, he's only dropped 1 bout. That bout against Myogiryu, strangely.
Bit strange.
Yeah, despite coming into day 8 on 1 win and 3 losses, a couple of days off, he has really turned this around. At Juryo 5, this is a huge effort from him.
Well, did we say this is essentially a Nana Shore, Nana High?
I did.
Bout, great.
I did. I called it an unconventional.
I was still thinking about very great sumo.
I know, it's put us off. Can one of our moderators remove that quote so I can concentrate?
I can't stop looking at it. It's so good.
Yeah. All right. Gyoji is ready. Aoyama up against Kinawaka. Kinawaka down first. Kinawaka comes forward, gets pushed back by Aoyama, who's happy to keep some space with some thrust. Now Aoyama starts moving forward, and he does what he does. He pulls. Kinawaka stays up. Aoyama gets himself off the Tawara back into the middle of the doyo, but now he's in trouble as Kinawaka powers forward and takes him over. Well, Kinawaka successfully found a way out of the Aoyama trap, which is the series of thrusts, then a pull down.
And gets the rare kachikoshi when you take a few days off. I mean, I guess it wasn't that many, but to be able to come back and still pull off that kachikoshi is very impressive. We've seen Aoyama really bamboozle some of his opponents this time around. just by the straight pull or a very strong push off the tachiai. But he didn't look that energised today. Perhaps the knee's giving him a bit of grief by the end of a basho on day 15. And he just couldn't get away from the power of Kidnawaka. Then he kept following him. He did one lovely dance-like, beautiful ballet pivot off the Tawara, but the second time there was no escape. So Aoyama finishes with his Makakoshi, 7 and 8 at Juryo 11. Starting to get a little bit dicey for him down there. He'll still be in Juryo, of course.
Well, the next bout we have for you is Juryo 5 Kageyaki up against Juryo 14 Tachi Taikai.
Ding, ding, dings. Juryo special prize.
Okay, take us through it.
Well, it's for Kageyaki, and we've got the Sumo Mainichi Juryo special prize of Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. So it's for a ex-Makuuchi Rikishi who's fallen down to Juryo, but then has found a new life, has had another go. Oh, he's got a very Kageyaki style bandage on there. Large.
Well, this taping comes from the school of Mitakeumi, which is you're taping just for the tachiai. You are, basically you have compressed gauze. It's probably 2 or 3 packets of gauze, highly compressed under that tape. And the idea is just to take the sting out of the tachiai. Once the bout's on, that'll come off.
Yeah, it's a density of a neutron star in there. They really pack it in.
Well, yeah, the analogy I would use is that it's like a rocket in that it ejects the part of the rocket it doesn't need after the start. That's very much what this taping is inspired by.
So we've given that award out to Kageyaki, Chiyoshima and Endo. Who all have just done so well. Chiyoshima coming into today on 11 and 3, and to be honest, needs an award because of being denied a chance at the Yusho from that Wakatake Kage Henka. Also Endo on 12 and 2, and Kageyaki coming into today on 10 and 4. There are some Kageyaki fans there. Look at them all.
You've got to go back a long way to find the last double-digit win effort from Kageyaki. You've got to go all the way back to... Oh, I just had it on my screen and now it's gone. January of 2020, where he went 10 and 5. He's never in his career got to 11 wins. So what you're seeing is Kageyaki at his best.
Wow. Let's go for this final win then. His opponent, Tachi Taikai, in his first basho with that Shikona. Previously, Tsukuhara from Kasugano Beya. And he's already got his Kachikoshi. He got it on day 13.
What have you thought of his sumo so far?
I guess it's just been a little bit up and down, but pretty powerful, pretty proactive, pretty positive.
He goes for it out on the doyo. That's what's impressed me this time around.
I did like that win for his Kachikoshi against Toha Kuryu. I thought it was a really good one. And can he deny Kageyaki his elusive 11th win today? And will the tape survive the tachiai? That's the bigger question.
Well, it doesn't need to.
No.
That's the great thing about it. It's like an airbag going off.
Tachi Taikai down first. Both fists. Kageyaki stares at him and comes out with some very Kageyaki-style sumo, and it works for him. That's Kageyaki.
Kageyaki finishing this basho off in true Kageyaki style. This is the sumo that saw him do quite well for a little while in the top division. When it's on, it's on. And what's he at? Juryo 5 and 11-4. What are we thinking? He might be down the bottom of Makuuchi next time?
I would say he'd be 14? 13?
14? Oh, that high.
I'm just
Maegashira 14.
Why not?
Okay, let's go. Tim Sumo giving us the interesting fact that Tachi Taikai debuted the same basho as Kota Shoho. Well, who can forget that day? Me. But an interesting stat, given how well Kota Shoho's gone in his return, that return campaign in Makuuchi.
Did you honestly say Kageyaki has never got 11-4 before?
Oh, I said it. I'm not sure if I'm right.
That would be wild if this was his first time. I love that.
He doesn't know what it feels like.
Fact check that stat. Now, I
Someone
should have thought about
check.
that. Fact check that. Good. Good at commentary.
Yeah, this is good.
Onokatsu up against Asakoryu. I like this. Onokatsu, I have this theory that he's just hard to move and hard to get down.
I think this will be a fascinating matchup. Robbed of some of its importance by Wakataka Kage with that cheap henka earlier. Again, I think this was a clever piece of programming to have Asakoryu, who's coming in on 7 and 7. I don't think these two have met before. No, that's correct. Onokatsu, this has been a superb performance for him at Juryo 12. In only his 4th real basho. I mean, he's not going to be in Juryo for long, so we should all enjoy this while it lasts.
Yes. Yes, one more for us, I would say.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I mean, definitely. He's at Juryo 12. But then, I mean, he'll probably get injured in some absolutely heinous way that we spend a lot of time talking about, but hopefully not. His opponent is Asakoryu, and there is no way everyone in this chat and listening to this is not an Asakoryu fan, because he has a great attitude. He's really fun. We've seen him before this basho make his biceps talk to us.
Now, it looks like I have been fact-checked on Kageyaki.
Okay.
For me, sumo stats are more of a feel.
Nice work, Hakiyo. Come on, Ben.
Thank you, Hakiyo. Well, hang on. Let's have a look. I'm going to fact-check the fact-check, and I can confirm that 2015, January, he did go from Juryo 8, 11, and 4. Well, second time, you can appreciate it a little bit more. Welcome to the chat, Drystone Walling, Perthshire. Hi, guys. Watching from Scotland, if you have any Drystone Walling needs. We haven't had this before, people shilling in the chat for companies, but I can stand by the
Goose
work.
is in the chat for the new channel.
Oh, was that the Sunday Morning Sumo?
Yeah.
Ah, great. Look,
we don't mind, Goose.
We don't mind. We'll promote whatever you've got going. Drywalling.
Yeah, everyone tell us about your business. We're all in different countries. If anyone needs any classical music knowledge, I'll let you know. I can send you a playlist. All right. We've got Onokatsu.
Onokatsu on 12 and 2 up against Asakoryu 7 and 7. What can Asakoryu do against the rampaging Onokatsu? Whatever it will be interesting. Onokatsu, you see him spread the hands. He's ready to go. And a bit of a mata.
Well, he didn't do his usual
hands,
just did. Crossed hand. Oh, did he?
Yep.
I missed it. I was watching the whole time. I think I was thinking of Scotland, because it's cool that someone's here from Scotland. I really like Scotland and Ireland. Anyway.
All right, there it is. He's down. Comes forward. Asakoryu straight on the belt, but Onokatsu breaks that hold, has a hold on the upper body of Asakoryu. Asakoryu just getting the feet stable before he throws a big throw on Onokatsu. Onokatsu survives. Asakoryu in
pick it
low. That might have been his opportunity. Throws again. I mean, Asakoryu. He's out there trying. Good on you. He's picked up the Sagari, but Onokatsu taking Asakoryu to the bales, but somehow he survives.
Oh my gosh.
This kid knows how to stay in a bout. He's got that left hand on the belt. He goes for a throw again as he gets taken out. Geez, I tell you what. Asakoryu.
Yep.
Giving up so much height, so much weight, but he came out there. He wanted to throw Onokatsu. 3 times he couldn't do it. You hold your head up, son. That was great sumo.
He's been a real joy in Juryo, hasn't he? He's really shown us so much great sumo to latch that left hand on straight away and then to have it taken off and to get it back on. He fights with big man sumo, and he should in a way, because he is, as you said in the chat, so buff, so strong. He gets down low and just looks for that throw, looks to get himself in the right position for it, and he did, as you said, 3 times. But Onokatsu, I think, is just very difficult. He makes himself so difficult to get down with his stability, with his just solid body.
Solid body, solid set of legs, and very aware of the mechanics of the human body. As you can see on that replay there, just the Hail Mary throw at the end.
And even there, it was Asakoryu being the most proactive. And Onokatsu was a bit passive there and just sort of pushed Asakoryu out. So I do think as he gets higher and higher, Onokatsu we see these strong, big guys just being hard to beat, but then they get to a point where it's like, what sumo are you actually doing? And I'll enjoy seeing that develop.
Well, I wonder whether Asakoryu didn't make him play careful today.
Yeah.
You can't overcommit against someone so small and so fast.
Yep. That is
But
true.
you're very right in the sense that Onokatsu is still wiring up his sumo mind, his sumo body. Much more development to come.
Lola, you say the fighting spirit, that Asakoryu should get the fighting spirit and best back award. Best back, absolutely. Fighting spirit. We don't have one of those for our Sumo Mainichi awards, Juryo awards.
Well,
but
maybe we should.
An encouragement award.
It's the Lola Scavino Fighting Spirit
Oh,
Award.
that's nice. All right,
And
that's a
this
new
basho,
one.
it goes
I'm writing that down.
to Asakoryu.
He was absolutely fantastic there. And we see Tohakuri and Shimano-umi. Shimano-umi started off so well in
He
this.
started off so well, and I was just going to say, looking at those last 5 days, he's just been racking up the black dots, collecting them, hoarding them, not sharing them around, despite getting his 8 wins.
Yep.
I don't mind a Rikishi who gets to 8 and then takes the foot off the accelerator.
He's like, that's enough.
It's enough.
I'm going to have my own stable one day. I know this. It's all going to happen for me. I'm tired.
He doesn't want to be any higher than Juryo 10.
No, I've got some social obligations I need to get to. I don't need to try that hard. Some Tohakuri fans, were they?
Interesting.
Okay. I don't mean to sound so surprised.
Well, you didn't mean to, but you sounded extremely surprised.
Please identify yourself, Tohakuri fans, in the chat so I don't feel so bad. He's got heaps, I'm sure. Onokatsu did get a Sumo Mainichi Juryo special prize. It's the champion of tomorrow and, as you identified, rising from the Swamp Award. Thanks for knowing our awards, Tim. You're absolute legend. So Rising from the Swamp Award is doing well from a low position on the Juryo Banzuke.
Hakioi Sumo.
Tohakuri fans are being forced. Well, they may.
Well, Lola, this is where you come to have your dreams made true. Sumo Mainichi Juryo live commentary as we head into this Tohakuryu Shimano-umi bout.
Shimano-umi, no doubt looking to get this one over quickly with or without a white dot. I'm not going to lie, I think he wants the white dot today. Tohakuri, he is crafty and tricky and he goes out legit today with the pushes, with the Tsupari attacks on Shimano-umi, but Shimano-umi is patient, chooses his time to come back and shoves Tohakuri off the doyo.
I was so impressed at Shimano-umi's ability to get absolutely pummeled around the head and still think sumo.
Yep.
He stood strong in the face of adversity, and when Tohakuryu had given all he had, it was Shimano-umi time.
It sure was. He's like, I'll take this. It's fine, mate. You have a go.
Have a look at the replay
You
here.
have a go. You have a go.
Just getting rained on here, Shimano-umi, but still trying to maintain his position at a great Norawa into what could be an Okuri Taoshi, I'm not sure. Either way, Tohakuryu meeting the fans in the worst possible way there after that Okuri Taoshi defeat in the hands of Shimano-umi.
And that's 2 Okuri Taoshis in a row. Onokatsu was given that against Asakoryu. And now an Okuri Taoshi of Shimano-umi against Tohakuryu. Shimano-umi finishing on 9 and 6, so it wasn't too bad in the end. He picked himself up one more just so he didn't move up too much from Juryo 11. Didn't make life too hard, just stayed in the salaried ranks but didn't have to work for it. Tohakuryu, that's our judgment there.
Up next,
Tohakuryu 6 and 9.
Sorry. Up next, we have Tama Shoho up against Chiya Shoma. 2 Rikishi who have really represented themselves well over the last fortnight. Tama Shoho on 8 and 6, and a Kachikoshi for him is a big deal, and it's a very welcome sight for Tama Shoho fans. Chiya Shoma, though, at Juryo 3, 11 and 3, no Henkas on the card. Don't do it today. I feel like Chiya Shoma's moved on from the Henka.
Oh, I think so too. And we're having an absolute crisis about our Henka competition because, you know, we used to do it with Chiya Shoma. We don't want to anymore. He's in Juryo and also, well, he's going to move up to Makuuchi. with this 11-3 so far. But also, Abi's been doing so well. We don't want to focus on the henka. So we're coming up with a new competition. If you have any ideas, let us know.
So Chiyashoma only dropping those 3 bouts over the last 14 days. Has looked young, has looked sprightly, and I think this will be a very competitive bout between these two today. Tamashoho, aka the man who always skips leg days, has been given an award, I believe.
Yes, the Encouragement Award. It was the actual one we gave the Sumo Mainichi Juryo Special Prize, the Encouragement Award, because I feel like a lot of people like Tamashoho. But he's really, really struggled. It's been injury. Tasty towel time. Just a moment for that. But he's such a sprightly and interesting rikishi to watch. Has had some real struggle town times. 4-11s, but also 10-5s. And this time when he picked up his kachikoshi, I thought this guy needs an award.
Looks like the Gyoji is ready to go. Tamashoho, a.k.a. Tamawashi's brother-in-law, up against Chiyashoma. They go... Tamashoho taken back by a big thrust from Chiyashoma, but now they lock up. A bit of a right-hand belt grip from Tamashoho. Chiyashoma with the hips back, just tries to move Tamashoho back, but he is very resistant to movement. He's got the feet set. Chiyashoma very dangerous in this position with 2 hands on the belt. Tamashoho is going to have to try to find a way out. He has the looser belt, which is going to be to his advantage, but gee, Chiyashoma trying everything. This is impressive that Tamashoho has been able to resist. Oh, well, the inevitable is going to happen here. Tamashoho doesn't want it to happen, but he has to step over. A great belt bout from Chiyashoma there today.
And I feel like these two have similar styles. They're both so... enjoy movement around the doyo. They can both sort of flip themselves around. They've both got lithe legs, but Chiyashoma just has that little bit of extra weight in this Mongolian matchup. And I wonder whether that's what Tamashoho needs. Just put on a bit of weight, get a bit more solid, and then he'll be able to fully commit to that gazelle-type style that he has, the crazy legs style, but also have a bit more solid body weight that he can put behind it.
So Chiyashoma finishes this basho on 12-3, a score he's never achieved. And I checked twice.
Fact check it. Fact check.
Although I'm sure someone's going to find a basho where he has gone to 12. As we see the replay there, Tamashoho did everything he could. Still finishes on 8-7. A successful campaign for him. Will probably move up to Juryo 8 come July. But for Chiyashoma, we're going to see him back in Makuuchi. It's where he belongs.
Yes, I'm thrilled about that.
Me too.
How many basho was he in Juryo for? 4. Okay, so he dropped in September of last year and stayed there for Juryo 6, Juryo 5, Juryo 6, Juryo 3. But now he's found that return.
Well, the bout we have next is Endo up against Shiden. Endo coming in on 12-2. Shiden coming in on 7-7. Shiden has given everything this basho, and what a quality opponent he has today in Endo. Despite hankering on day one, and some would say setting the tone for this basho.
And the other day, which was the other day he hankered? Just the other day, right? It was...
He did a second hanker? I can't remember.
Was it Shishi against Shishi or Shimazumi? Oh, someone will know. 2 massive hankers.
I've seen a different Endo this basho, and it's been so good to see. People call him the technician, which I don't agree. I don't disagree.
Okay.
When he's on, when he's focused, when he's engaged, he looks as good as anyone going around. It just feels like it's been a while since we've seen that sumo. But down in the playground that is Juryo, we've been seeing him put on masterclass day after day.
Yeah, he's been doing so well. It's hard at the best of times to know what's going on in any rikishi's head or lives, but with Endo, it's absolutely impossible. How is he feeling? He obviously wants to, still trying. He wants to get back.
Well, I wondered what this trip down to Juryo would do for Endo. I thought...
Exactly.
I mean, what's his response? His response is at least a 12-2, maybe a 13-2. But Shiden will be hard to beat today, I would predict.
I thought so. Shiden, with this 7-7, we've seen times when he's just gone out and done everything like a little bull terrier just at his opponent, never giving up. But we've seen other days where he's been more easily overrun and perhaps not able to put up the fight that he would like. For example, yesterday against Bushozan, we were surprised by Bushozan being able to beat him reasonably easily.
Hey, I just want to go back to a comment in the chat. Competition idea from Joshua. Midori Karasakashi competition. Either an over-under on the first day he does it. I don't mind this at all.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Because everyone wants to see it as well.
It's more positive than the Henka because we cop a lot of flack.
Yeah.
Don't we?
We've copped a bit of flack this time around.
Yeah, you know. But that's okay.
Stand up for
We're
it.
strong.
I had a few little cries, but apart from that, I'm all right.
Now look at this absolute super fan here. Gambaro. I think that's Ishigawa. Huh. Got one of these Heya super fans in.
Sumo normies.
Really?
They love Endo. Well, no, sumo super fan normie.
So, AKA sumo dork. Like if you're barracking for a Heya, you're a sumo dork.
Yeah, true. Oh no, I love Nishono. Oh no.
Hey, I've got some news for you that I'll tell you after this bout.
Endo up against Shiden. He does love staring his opponents down in Juryo. He looks supremely unconcerned. Roll of the wrists. What are you going to do, Shiden, here today? A tense start.
Well, Endo probably just wondering whether he can bookend this basho with Henkas. I tell you what, I mean, Shiden goes hard.
Yeah. It would be a perfect time to do it. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all. And I wouldn't even mind it.
No.
I mean, it's important so we can get onto the Chiyosakaya Daishoho bout, to be honest. Endo just playing. I'm convinced that Endo has an evil streak. He just likes to play with people. He takes his time to go down again. Shiden doesn't know what's happening here, and he goes out. He jumps a little bit to his left, Shiden. I don't think that was a meet and move, but it was certainly a move to his right. I said left. And he gets Endo on the angle and throws him out into the crowd. And the lucky, 4 people who have Endo land on them, that would be a moment in their lives.
So Endo with the impromptu meet and greet with the fans. Shiden, this was picture-perfect sumo from him. He came out and did what Endo likes to do to his opponents, which is to go straight on the front of the belt. But he backed it up with hand on the other side. This was brilliant sumo as we take the replay here. Instantly, Endo gives up the right side of the belt and then the left. And even though Endo could work Shiden to the Tawara, look at Shiden low. He's stable, pushes him through. Hello, fans.
And I was
going to say, it was very much a 7-10 split there with a couple of fans luckily staying standing after that. The Uwate Dashinage win from Shiden. That's his Kachikoshi. What a brilliant way to do it. But let's not let that take the shine off Endo's campaign. 12-3.
He still receives the Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me Juryo special prize from your boy Sumo Mainichi. But Shiden with that Kachikoshi at Juryo 10, moving one up. And good on him. I've enjoyed his sumo this time around. It's taken me a little while to get to Shiden, but I've quite enjoyed it.
Yeah. He'll see a bit of a bump from Juryo 10. He deserves it. I think he can be a real presence in Juryo for the rest of this year. On your screen at the moment, Chiyosakaye. That's the next bout against Daishoho. Not too much on the line in this bout apart from pride. Chiyosakaye 6-8 asterisks against Daishoho 4-10. That asterisk, of course, coming from what I would describe as some awful administration in his bout against Bushoza on day 13,
Yes.
where it was clear that Chiyosakaya stayed up on the Tawara to the point where Bushozan started walking off the doyo. He thought he'd lost.
That was so odd. There was one angle that showed the foot right up on the Tawara.
It was
and
daylight.
There was eons of daylight. You could fit a large measuring device in between Chiyosakaya's heel and the sand of the doyo. And yet it was given to Bushozan. Bushozan's so surprised. I did love that. So Chiyosakaya should be 7-7, but instead that was his makukoshi, an extra little irritation there. And they're trying to zoom in there to show Onosato, I reckon.
Well, I do appreciate the 64 pixels that are
What's he doing out
representing
there?
that
Oh,
man.
getting ready for the doyo, of course. What's he doing?
Well, no, he's a big Chiyosakaya fan, didn't you know?
Well, I do now. Having a little chat. Gee, they've zoomed.
Yeah,
They're
the
testing
digital
out there.
zoom there, yeah.
Who's he talking to? Is that Hoshoryu?
Looks like Hoshoryu.
Wow, that is worth the zoom then.
Yep. What you lack in resolution, you make up for in sumo importance.
Wow. Wow. That is cool.
So
Anyway, back to Chiyosakaya Daishoho.
Daishoho, their head-to-head is 2-2. Surprising that they've only fought 4 times. It looks like Daishoho's he's gone the flat pack.
Yeah, he's gone the anti
Yeah.
Takumi.
It's where you put the tape right onto the eyebrow, which
You're
you know,
hoping no one rips it off, otherwise
well,
you won't have an eyebrow.
he won't. But that's part of the sacrifice these amazing sports people make. As they get ready to go, can Chiyosakaya put another white dot next to his name and be theoretically Kachikoshi?
We'll give him an honorary Sumo Mainichi
absolutely.
Kachikoshi.
Chiyosakaya down, but it's all Daishoho before he just absolutely slaps Chiyosakaya down without even looking.
Yeah. Well, that makes me feel better because that's his actual makukoshi.
Yes, that's his makukoshi today. Commiserations. Daishoho, that was the kind of cool guys don't look at explosions type of slap down there.
It really was.
Didn't even give him any eye contact as he threw and slapped Chiyosakaya down to the ground.
Yep, he got up under the... Oh, was that a Kazukashi?
Hatakikomi.
Takikomi. Well, it was a little bit... The shoulder was a little bit involved there, but that's the look of a guy who's gone 5-10 after he's gone 10-5. They're zooming in again. They're trying to get some more goss from down the Hanamichi. It's all very well to have vision, but get a microphone down there.
Oh, easy to do. Yeah, a couple of boundary mics in the
Take
Hanamichi.
that mic that we can see right there for the speeches. Just get it down there when they're talking.
Well,
Subtle.
there's things that are said in the Hanamichi that need to stay in the Hanamichi.
Yeah.
It's a lot of shop talk. I mean, there's some probably things kids shouldn't hear.
Here
But-
come the boys. What have they just talked about?
Well, obviously they were talking about that Chiyosakaya result against Bushozan the other day. And there's the man of the moment, Onosato, looking absolutely chilled out.
He keeps it chill,
Ugh.
Onosato. He doesn't really have much to worry about yet. He doesn't know the weight that sumo can bring over the years, the expectations. He also doesn't quite know where to stand.
Well, Onosato today, the big responsibility of being
The only one in
second
the back row.
That's a lot of responsibilities to put on the broad shoulders of this young man.
Well, who's gone? We've got Takakeisho gone. We've got Kirishima gone. We've got Asanuyama gone. It's Onosato by himself.
千秋楽にあたり謹んでご挨拶を申し上げます。
Well, here, the young man can't keep a smile off his face.
Having the best day of his life.
This is the first time he stood up there.
これもひとえに15日間、
This
各
Sanyaku
も盛大にご来場いただきまし
speech
た
time.
満員の皆様の心温まる
Kodazakura, eyes
ご
shifting
支
left
援、
and right
ご
rapidly,
声援の賜物と熱く御
knows
礼
the
申
people
し
are
上げま
judging
す。
him. Hoshoryu just getting better and better as this basho wears on, and Abi,
横綱大関の球場は大変遺憾で
the
ございま
human
すが、
cyclone. His
力士た
sumo's
ちは
been
本分を全う
it's been
し、
messy. but it's been so effective.
激しい優勝争いを展開、ご期待に
Onosato looking like a primary school kid who's been told a joke and not trying to laugh, so to give it away to the teacher. I love it.
He's a real vibe,
土俵のさらなる充実に努め、大相撲という日本の伝統文化を継承し、相撲道発展のために
Got a range of opinions going on in the chat. Dr. Ben Marshman saying the Tagata store has predicted the winner. The first Tagata sold today was Onosato. I didn't know that worked like that.
That predicted.
The first Tagata sold on Senshu Raku predicts the winner.
Well, I believe, Ben, that you've also got quite a few Kotozakuras, the first Kotozakura Tagata available for people through the Tagata store. It's a good Shikona Kotozakura. It's got a lot of...
Lola coming up with some absolute innovation in taping, which is rather than have tan-coloured or skin-coloured tape, they should have tape that matches the mawashi. You know when you go to a fast food restaurant and you see that they have bright blue Band-Aids?
Yeah.
So that if it falls in the food, you can see it really easily. Is it a similar concept to that?
Yeah. You don't want the tape just...
In the chunko.
I think that'd be lovely. I mean, I am into the fashion of sumo. You know, there's put up a photo on Instagram the other day that was woefully underliked.
Yeah.
That had the Gyoji's outfit in the same colours as Kotozakura and whoever the other side was. The purple and the light blue.
Drystone, Arby aka Dog Act. Now, Drystone, I want to take you on a journey with Arby. We've all been there. We've all harboured that resentment in our hearts. We've seen him hanker when he shouldn't have hankered.
Oh, absolutely. And there've been with some reminders of those hankers in the chat above here. There've been some egregious ones.
Look, and I don't deny you your personal feelings, but if sumo teaches us anything, surely it's forgiveness. We forgive, we forget. I mostly just forget. But I say I forgive to make it look like I hadn't forgotten. Bushozan and Shishi. Bushozan at Juryo 2 with an 8-6 Kachikoshi record already. What would a 9-6 look like at that rank?
Well, I would love to see it. Hakio Sumo would love to see it. We're both big Bushozan fans, and I think he's looked good at times. He has looked good. You know, he's done his Juryo Sumo here.
Yeah, he has.
Which is ultimately quite successful.
Shishi, 5 and 9, really? I try not to look at the scores when I watch Juryo throughout the whole basho, but these numbers don't seem right. Can we confirm that he's 5-9?
Oh, it looks like he's 5 and 9, and one of those 5, Fusensho, day 1 against Shimazumi, who waited until a day to pull out.
Yes, he did.
Whoops. Dropped the sword on the chest. Yeah, he started off then with 4 losses after that, and he's interspersed the losses after that. I mean, I think he's gone out. He goes out hard every day. He is strong, but perhaps at this point, at Juryo 7, and he has been higher, right?
He's been high, Juryo?
His highest is Juryo 5, yeah. Maybe just the technique. Just needs to keep working on the technique because he's a guy who can fight. He's a guy who knows what to do.
I completely agree. I think it feels like, I mean, this is amazing that Shishi's doing this in such a high division, but he's still finding his style.
Dr. Quack saying his sumo is noodly. That's exactly what I'm looking for. It's just like the arms are flapping around a bit. Like if he just narrowed it down a little bit, if he just brought it in, it's out. And he needs to bring it in a little bit and control it.
It's about locking down a couple of techniques that become his specialty.
Yeah.
But he looks comfortable on the belt. He looks comfortable.
Power, force.
Pushing. Yep. Body to body, he's good. Got a Bushozan fan.
Turn it around.
Open that towel. Nothing to be ashamed of. Look at these kids. Great variety of towel in support of Bushozan. It's a very popular Rikoshi.
Yeah. I need to get more towels. I'm just devastated by how few towels I have. There's only like 20 or something. I need more. Why don't I have a Bushozan
Oh,
towel?
I know. Last
I'm so
time
upset
we
with
bought
myself.
so many towels, it wasn't funny.
Well, we had basically a suitcase of towels. We had
Yeah.
real trouble bringing
Yeah.
our merch back last time
Yeah.
because we bought one of the pillows as well, the big sumo lying down pillow.
I brought 2 suitcases to Japan,
Yeah.
and one was just full of merch.
Somebody's got to help us next time. Ash. Ash, help us out.
Help us out.
Shishi, he is down early and he comes at Bushozan, but Bushozan is ready for him and does the Takakeisho style 3 pushes and you're out.
What did I just see?
Good Lord, I love that.
This was powerful sumo from Bushozan. Got the jump on Shishi straight out of the tachi-ai. Oh, I mean, this is a little un-Shishi for him to not be able to put the brakes on this attack. Let's see what happened. Yeah, thought he could stand toe-to-toe against Bushozan, but look at those thrusts.
Bushozan's so much smaller, but his thrusts were aimed high on Shishi's chest and just rocked him back, which was great to see.
Dr. Quack, all caps, get cubed. That'd make a great T-shirt.
There's so many T-shirts that should come out of this chat. There was a Henker one before.
Hang on, Sumo Punk's Shishi is gleaming the cube. Isn't gleaming the cube an old skate documentary video from back in the late 80s? Gleaming the cube? I don't know. Maybe they can.
I'm
confirm
familiar
that.
with a lot of things in life. I'm pretty my interests are across the board, but I do not know gleaming the cube.
Well, I mean,
Explain.
you're talking about your early Tony Hawks, your early Rodney Mullins.
Is it not putting the
No.
wax on the skateboard?
Oh my
I'm going
God.
to stop it.
Where do we start? It is a skate video. I shouldn't say documentary. It's more of a skate video. I have a skateboard. It's currently at a friend's place.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Which friend?
At Daz's place.
Really?
Yeah, we used to, when we used to tour a bit, we'd put the skateboards in the tour van and just
Wow.
we were so terrible, but just try to if we pulled the van up and had a bit of a break, we'd just try to do kick flips.
Does Daz have a skateboard as well?
Yeah.
Daz does kick
Well, he
flips.
used to work at Globe,
Oh,
so we got really, really cheap skateboards. I can remember a few nights, King Street, Sydney, 3 a.m.
that's in your song lyrics.
Yep, skateboarding down King Street from the bakery that's 24 hours.
Dave's an amazing songwriter.
Oh, come on.
If you don't know already, look up Dave Rogers.
True.
He is freaking amazing. It is Hidenomi up against Myogiryu. It's a little bit sad to see Myogiryu at 3 and 11.
This
I
is-
feel something in
yes,
my heart.
I know. This is so sad. Look at that photo opportunity. I want to see what towel. Hold it. Turn it around. Oh, it's
Nice.
Myogiryu, of course.
Nice.
Wanted to capture those memories of the
She-
time he went 3:11, maybe 3:12.
Well, she
Well,
might
it could be
think.
4:11.
I did see Kay, you ask earlier, are we predicting a Chiyomaru retirement? I'm absolutely not. I just wonder if he, keeps going down to Makushita, whether it's a problem. But with Myogiryu, I am on the lookout because he is a little bit older,
He's 37.
37 years old. He's not going to go out of Juryo at this point. I guess when a Rikishi who's been in Makuuchi for a very, very long time starts to drop a little bit, my eyes are big.
Oh,
I'm looking out.
they're a bit shiny.
Yep. Oh, they're
As well,
shiny.
they're shiny.
Tear watch.
Look, I believe there's still some sumo left in this man.
If you're a fan of great calves, you love Myogiryu and his calves are still in the game.
All right, looks like they're ready to go. This is the second last bout of Juryo. Hidenomi hasn't had the best of times this basho.
No, we haven't even spoken about him.
No.
Hey, Hidenomi. How you going?
Myogiryu under Hidenomi. Hidenomi pulls but works his way back into this. There's a bit of a stalemate here as they play with their hands, trying to find something. Hidenomi drives Myogiryu back to the Tawara and throws him down. You could just see as soon as there was any pressure put on the knees of Myogiryu that he had to acquiesce, as we see Hidenomi limping quite badly.
Something twisted
Well,
there.
maybe
It's
I
always
think
the
it's the
twist.
knee because doesn't look comfortable squatting down there.
Yeah, a couple of guys who, we'll just give a little refresh there. But a couple of guys who are having problems with the knees. Hidenoumi finishing, though, with that win on 6 and 9 at Juryo 8. Juryo, he is 3 and 12 at Juryo 1. So could you drop all the way out of Juryo? No, you couldn't. But he will be at the bottom next time, which is unfortunate. We do come to the final bout of the day. It's not looking good over there, is it? There we go. We're back. I love it. You're so stressed. Actually, after that start, we've had a surprisingly good stream.
Stream's been quite stable.
And thank you so much, everyone, for being here with us for it. It is just very, very special. Usually we save that for the end, but I'm getting into it now because I'm getting emotion.
Yep. The eyes are big. The eyes are shiny. It's been a long 15 days for the Sumo Mainichi team.
It is Daiamami coming into this bout on 6 and 8 up against Shimazumi. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, Shimazumi, this injury playing havoc with his career right now. Just when he was hitting his peak, just as he'd moved into the top division, injury struck. It's the reality of sumo in 2024. Look at that powerful shot of Shimazumi. They've said, could you stand straight on? And he said, no, I'm going to angle myself away 30 degrees because I look wider. His opponent today.
He needs to against Daiamami.
Well,
this was his opponent today.
This was for the stock photo for the Abemo library.
Do you know, I just saw Asano Waka's stock photo before for some reason, and he's got a bruise under one of his eyes. And I was like, could you just take another one? He looks bashed up.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. Well, there's a little bit pride on the line.
Yes. There's no Yusho here. There's no 7-7. There's no getting into Makuuchi.
But it's this kind of programming. This is the come down. This is the part of the dramatic arc where we come to a conclusion. We ease our way into the top division and start the whole journey again.
Yep. Daiamami has squandered his chance to get back into Makuuchi with a Makukoshi. And Shimazumi still struggling with that injury. It's such a shame to see.
Hey, before we go into this last bout, we've got a little bit of an announcement.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have all the details completely squared away, but the final day of July, July 28th, we're going to be recording our podcast live at the Duke of Wellington Hotel in Melbourne's CBD. Right by Flinders Street Station. We've got a small room booked there.
Yep.
We've got a big TV.
Yep.
And we're going to sit down. We're going to put Makuuchi up on the big screen, and you can buy tickets for it.
Yep. And you can get a beer with your ticket.
It's a free drink with your ticket.
That's a very Australian thing to do. So everyone...
Well, it's a very Japanese thing to do too.
Oh, that's true.
If you go and see a band, it's a ticket plus a drink.
Yeah, okay. We'll pull up Webjet, start looking for flights. While we talk about this bout, Daiamami and Shimazumi. How cheap are flights to Australia from Scotland?
Not very.
I guess we'll find out. Shimazumi on day 15. He goes in hard. He goes in with the right shoulder. But Daiamami, he's a hard man to move. And he gets on the belt while he's searching for the belt. He doesn't quite get on it.
Oh, the fight on Shimazumi.
It's so good. He gets around the back of Daiamami. He gets one more win. He loves it. He pushes him out. And what a fantastic bout to finish off Juryo with all these legends in the chat today on day 15 Senchuraku of Natsubasho.
Well, I tell you what, Shimazumi, he makes me believe that dreams can be real. He was gone there.
Look,
on the Tawara, did not give up.
We're trauma bonded by the Wakataka Kage Henka, all of us together, but we also saw that beautiful win by Shimazumi when the man who was injured on the first few days of this basho put everything into this fight.
Look at this. He's being taken back here. The big frame of Daimami leaning in, but somehow gets the feet around. Wow. That is truly a highlight and a kuridashi to finish off our Juryo bouts. What a day of sumo.
Beautiful. Well, do we have some playoffs now, actually?
We do. We've got some playoffs.
Oh my goodness, we've got 2 playoffs.
I was about to sign off.
Gee, I got emotional too early. I've got to really pull that emotion back because I was about to start crying.
Pull it together.
We've got the Sundame playoff, and we have... Oh, we've got the Jonakuchi playoff and the Sundame playoff. So here we have Jonakuchi, 2 legends, Sei Hakuho. Remember, I'm calling him Saint Hakuho because I found the kanji on my Japanese language app. He's 23, he's Mongolian, and he's up against Jonakuchi number 5, Nodo. He's 18 years old. This is both of these guys.
Now on the,
basho.
On the podcast, you called him Nodo.
My God, did I call him Nodo again?
His name's Noda.
Because of Nodoa.
Now look, I mean, it's
Beautiful,
so great.
Jonakuchi, Gyoji.
Gyoji, so great to be giving 8-year-olds a chance to get out there and officiate sumo. This is about creating a pipeline of young sumo administrators. You get them young, 8 years old, put on the hat, mate. Here's the fan. Go and point it at someone. Sei Hakuho on the screen at the moment. He's Jonakuchi 3, 6 and 1. His opponent's 18-year-old Noda, a.k.a. Nodo. Oh, come on, stream.
Come on, stream, you can do it. Yeah, Sei Hakuho, a new recruit from Miyagino Oyakata, a.k.a. Hakuho. He's brought him in. All of this has gone down, and then he's had to move him to Isagahama. Oh, it's back. And it's back in time. Can Hakuho's new prodigy, he needed a new one, didn't he? Get him a Jonakuchi win. Both of these 6 wins and 1 loss.
Noda out under the arms. He's got a left hand on the belt of Sei Hakuho, but Sei Hakuho gets both hands on, starts to drive back. Noda, he will not be moved. This is about fiddling about on the belt, this bout. Hard to say who's on top. And they reach a stalemate very, very quickly in this one. Looks like Noda, he pulls Sei Hakuho around, but Sei Hakuho reverses it. Noda will not go over. Needs to find a way out of this bad position. He's thrusting the hips forward, trying to get Sei Hakuho back to the center of the doyo. Oh boy, these two would be absolutely out of energy right now.
Absolutely, and very similar body types as well.
Noda goes for the throw, but here he's got Sei Hakuho over to the bales again.
It's a beautiful dance going on here.
Oh, this is great. Oh, the 8-year-old Gyoji whips away the Sagari.
That is the most brilliant thing I have seen this whole basho.
Well, this is the next generation of Gyoji. They don't wait for it to fall. They go and whip it out.
They are doing it. They are proactive.
Okay, here comes Sei Hakuho. Oh, but Noda reverses the throw. Well, I mean, that was amazing.
Fantastic fight. In Jonakuchi, we've seen one of the best bouts this time around in Natsu Basho between Sei Hakuho and Noda. And it's Noda, the short hair, 18 years old, who's come out with the Jonakuchi Yusho.
The man they call Nodo wins today. This was an absolute epic bout.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was such a great matchup. Very similar, as I said, body shapes and types, both on the belt. I have no idea about their preferred grips at this stage, so are they in the position they want to be? Noda,
well, we just see Noda refusing to go over the Tawara there.
Very, very good back and forth
and look
from
at this,
him.
That's a big throw, big throw.
And cool guys don't look at their throws.
Absolutely. Well, a Gaijin there in the back of
clapping.
shot. Absolutely not moved by that sensational bout of sumo. We can see him there. Looks like a little bit like Louis C.K. He's probably been there since 10 a.m.
All right, Sundame. Both on 7 wins.
Now, you've got the This is the hard one.
Yes.
Who have
Sadano
we got?
Hikari. I'm just going to take this slow. Oh, thanks to Bema for that skip. Sadano Hikari, 28 years old, Mongolian from Sakagigawa. I've tripped up on this. I've tripped up already. Sakagigawa Bear. And on the other side, we've got, deep breath, Kyoku Kaiyu,
Kyoku Kaiyu.
24 years old, also Mongolian. This is a Mongolian matchup from Oshima Beya. So Kyoku Tenho would be very proud of his Rikishi making it to this Sandanme Yusho. It's only his third basho. Whereas Sadano Hikari on the left of your screen has been in sumo since 2014, albeit from a very, very early age of 18.
Now, it's not in shot at the moment, but you do need to have a look at the colour of this Gyorji's get-up.
I will.
Oh, the soft blur.
Where's the middle line gone?
No, they've gone a different aesthetic.
Abema,
Wow.
Abema, you really hate us and love us at the same time.
Wow, that
That is
Gyorji's
good
outfit
get-up.
just burning my retinas right now. It's so hot pink.
Okay, Sadano Hikari and Kyoku Kaiyu. Kyoku Kaiyu with the short hair on the right of your screen. He comes in low. Sadano Hikari taken to the bales. Kyoku Kaiyu on the belt, as is Sadano Hikari. And in a similar bout to last bout, they're trying to throw each other. Much more movement here, though. And it is Kyoku Kaiyu
Kyoku Kaiyu.
who puts in the work and takes Sadano Hikari to the edge and throws him over. That's a win for Sakaigawa Bear.
What a sensational end to the day's proceedings.
Oshima Bear.
Oh,
My only mistake.
you did very well there.
Thank you. I got excited.
So a Yusho there for Kyoku Kaiyu. An unblemished record these last 15 days. As we take the replay here, he came out to win. Great start, but a very, very good fight back from Sadano Hikari here. Got them into a very similar situation to the match before, but just that belt aggression and power from Kyoku Kaiyu, too much in the end. The Yori Taoshi win.
I'll also say good work from the Sandanme Gyorji there, who got out of the way at a crucial moment, didn't get knocked over, didn't get knocked over twice, and indicated the correct winner. So congratulations to him. And we have all the Yusho winners, apart from, obviously, the Makuuchi Yusho winner. And the situation where if Onosato wins today against his opponent Abi, no easy one, he will take out the Makuuchi Yusho. If not, Hoshoryu, Kodazakura, Abi, of course, and Daiyosho all have a chance.
Thank you so much for joining us today on Sumo Mainichi. It's been an absolute pleasure to hang with the best lot of sumo dogs going around. We love you. Thank you for hanging out. We'll be doing a podcast later on today that'll wrap up this basho, and then be back with you. Well, we'll do a Talking Sumo episode, then a whole bunch of daily episodes in July, and then a live event in Melbourne, which we'll put up as a podcast. 2 hours of mayhem.
Yeah.
We'll see you very soon. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Yeah.